Hello, and welcome back to Clarity English Studio, the place to be for friendly and practical English lessons.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anna. We're so glad you're here with us today.
And I'm Mike. And I have to confess, something a little awkward happened to me last week.
Oh, really? Do tell. I love a good awkward story.
I went to a community workshop on Saturday. It was packed with people, but I didn't know a single soul.
Oh, no. That's a tough situation. What did you do?
I basically stood by the coffee station for 10 minutes, stirring my coffee and pretending to be fascinated by the sugar packets.
The classic look busy so no one talks to you move. I've definitely been there before.
Everyone around me was chatting and laughing, and I just couldn't figure out how to approach anyone.
To approach someone means to go near them to start a conversation, and it can feel incredibly intimidating.
Exactly. My mind went completely blank. I was worried I'd say something weird.
I think that fear is universal. It doesn't matter what language you speak, starting a conversation with a stranger is hard.
And that is exactly what we are going to tackle today.
That's right. Today, we're sharing simple, effective strategies to help you meet new people and start conversations in English without the anxiety.
Because these situations happen all the time, at a party, a new class, a conference, or even just waiting in line for a coffee.
And the good news is, you don't need to be a super extroverted person. You just need a few simple tools to get started.
So let's figure out what I should have done at that workshop instead of becoming an expert on sugar packets.
Well, the very first step in any situation like that is to break the ice.
Break the ice. That's a fantastic idiom. Can you explain what it means?
Of course, to break the ice means to say or do something that makes people feel more relaxed and willing to talk to each other.
It's like there's a cold, invisible wall between two strangers, and you're making the first crack in it.
Exactly. And the best icebreakers are often the simplest ones. You don't need to be a comedian.
So what's a simple way to break the ice?
The easiest way is to comment on your shared situation. For example, at that workshop, you could have turned to the person next to you and said, "Wow, there are a lot of people here today."
That's it? That's all I had to say?
That's it. Or you could say, "This coffee is surprisingly good." Or even, "I'm new here. Do you know if I'm in the right place?"
I was trying to think of something really clever or funny to say.
And that's where the pressure comes from. The goal isn't to impress someone instantly. It's just to open the door to a possible conversation. Simple is always better.
Okay, so I've broken the ice, but what happens next? Sometimes I say one thing, they reply, and then silence.
Ah, the dreaded awkward silence. We all know it well.
This is where you need to keep the momentum going with a good follow-up question.
And the best follow-up questions are open-ended questions. Those are questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no.
For example, instead of asking, "Is this your first time here?" you could ask, "So, what brought you to this workshop today?"
Exactly. It invites the other person to share more. Questions like, "How did you hear about this event?" or "What do you do for work?" are great conversation starters.
Let's try a quick role play. Imagine we're strangers at a local food festival.
Fun! I love role-playing. You start.
Wow, everything smells so delicious here. I don't even know where to start.
I know, right? I'm having the same problem. Hi, I'm Anna, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Anna. I'm Mike. Have you tried anything good yet?
Not yet, but that food truck over there looks really popular. So, do you live in this area?
I do, just a few blocks away. I love coming to these local events. What about you?
And just like that, we're having a natural conversation.
We went from a simple observation about the food to talking about where we live in less than a minute.
It shows how quickly a conversation can develop if you just ask a few simple questions. Listeners, did you notice how we were starting to mingle?
Mingle is a great word for this context.
To mingle means to move around and talk to various people at a social event. It's the opposite of standing in a corner by yourself.
Which is what I should have been doing at that workshop. Now, sometimes you meet someone and the conversation is just so easy.
Oh, that's the best feeling. It feels like you've known them for ages, even though you just met 5 minutes ago.
When that happens, we say that you click with someone.
Like a key clicking into a lock, it just fits perfectly.
Exactly. It means you connect instantly and effortlessly. You have the same sense of humor or similar interests.
But let's be honest, you don't click with everyone you meet.
Not at all. Sometimes a conversation feels like hard work, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to be best friends with everybody.
But when you do click with someone, that person could become a good friend. Over time, you start to bond with them.
Bond, that's the next step after clicking. To bond with someone means to form a deeper connection through shared experiences and conversations.
For example, my best friend and I bonded over a shared love for hiking. We started going on hikes, and our friendship grew stronger.
That's a perfect example. Now, let's talk about something that happens in the first few seconds of meeting someone. First impressions.
An impression is the feeling or opinion you form about someone when you first meet them, and it happens incredibly fast.
So what are some simple things we can do to make a good first impression?
The most powerful tool you have is a genuine smile. It's a universal sign of friendliness and makes people instantly feel more comfortable with you.
It's so simple but so effective. Another important tip is to remember someone's name.
I am terrible at remembering names. Someone tells me their name and it disappears from my brain 2 seconds later.
Here's a trick. When someone tells you their name, repeat it back to them right away. It's so nice to meet you, Anna. Saying it out loud helps lock it in your memory.
That's a great tip. I'm going to try that.
Now, here's another crucial skill, how to politely end a conversation.
This is so important. Sometimes you need to leave, but you don't want to seem rude or abrupt.
Exactly. You need to know how to wrap up the conversation smoothly.
To wrap up means to bring something to a conclusion or finish it.
So you could say something like, well, it was really great talking to you. I'm going to go grab another coffee before the next session starts.
That's perfect. It's polite and gives a clear reason for leaving. Another good one is, I've really enjoyed our chat, but I should go find my friend. It was great to meet you.
The formula is simple. Say something positive about the conversation, then state your reason for leaving. It's a graceful exit strategy.
What about when you meet someone completely unexpectedly, when a conversation starts out of the blue?
Out of the blue is a great idiom. It means something happens suddenly and without any warning.
For example, I was just reading in a cafe, and out of the blue, a woman asked me about the book I was reading.
Those random conversations can be the most memorable ones. You never know who you might meet.
That's why it's always good to be open to conversation. A simple hello to someone in your neighborhood could lead to a new friendship.
Before we wrap up our chat for today, let's talk about the fear of making mistakes.
This is so important for English learners. The fear of saying something wrong can be paralyzing.
I want to be very clear about this. Making mistakes is a normal part of communication. Native speakers make mistakes all the time.
We forget names, we use the wrong word, we say awkward things. The truth is, most people are too focused on themselves to even notice your small errors.
So please, don't let the fear of imperfection stop you from trying. Every conversation is a chance to practice and get better.
So the next time you find yourself in a room full of new people, just try one thing we talked about today.
Break the ice with a simple comment. Ask one open-ended question, or just offer someone a warm smile.
We have a question for you all. What do you find is the most difficult part of meeting new people? Let us know in the comments.
Okay, let's do a quick review of today's key vocabulary.
Approach, to go near someone to start a conversation.
Break the ice, to say something or do something to make a conversation start in a relaxed way.
Mingle, to move around and talk to different people at a social event.
Click, to connect with someone instantly and naturally.
Bond, to develop a deeper connection with someone over time.
Impression, the feeling or opinion someone gets of you when they first meet you.
Wrap up, to finish or bring a conversation to a polite close.
And out of the blue, when something happens suddenly or unexpectedly.
Try to use one or two of these phrases this week. It's all about taking small steps.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.
Share this episode with a friend who is also learning English. Remember, every stranger is a potential friend.
Keep practicing, stay curious, and don't be afraid to break the ice.
Take care, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.